What's up, Dynon players? I am Sucho King, and today I'm going to see if it's possible to fish as a Deinonycus. So I am at one of the water, one of the small bodies of water that I've had success fishing as a concavenator and as a serrato, Flock Pond. Flock Pond is a good place, I found, to catch fish as a smaller dinosaur. Because it satisfies three criteria that you look for when you're going to fish and you're not a Spinosaurus or another aquatic dinosaur or semi-aquatic dinosaur like Suchomimus. You need, first of all, a small body of water, which is going to have shallow parts. Because you're a smaller dinosaur, you don't have the ability to dive like Suchomimus or Spinosaurus. So what happens with the smaller guys is we kind of float until your stamina runs out, and then you start to sink, and then you have your oxygen until that runs out, and then you die. So first of all, we have a small body of water. It does have shallow parts, okay, so that's satisfied. The next thing is it needs to have fish. This one clearly has fish, but it also has to have fish that are the size that you can catch. Now, when I played as Concavenator and Serrato, the only size that I could catch was the very smallish size fish. And I believe this kind of corresponds to the size of fish that you can actually carry. So if it's too big to carry, it's too big to catch, and is what I think is what's going on. So the small fish, you can kind of see it swimming there with the medium-sized fish. There are three sizes. I think the large catfish everyone has seen. The medium-sized fish, which, let me see here. There's one right there. There's two. Alright, and then the small ones are the one swimming towards the reed or away from the grass there. Alright, so the small one is the one that I'm going to go for. Now, the smaller ones are actually the hardest ones to catch because they're small. They're harder to aim and bite. And they swim faster than all the other ones too, so you got to be really patient. One more thing to watch out for is whenever you get to a body of water, you don't just dive into any side. You kind of try to go around the sides to see which one is going to be your best fishing spot. You may have to try it a couple different or a few different places to find a spot where the fish actually swim to and where it's shallow and where you can get out quickly. I like this pond because it has steep banks. There are two kinds of banks when it comes to being a smaller dino and trying to get out. There's the steep kind and there's the flat kind. I always recommend going for the steep banks because you're going to rise faster when you swim directly into the wall. The flat kind, you can get out with the flat kind, but it takes you longer because you're slowly rising because the incline is just so flat. So I have my steep bank here. I was successful catching fish last as a serrato, so I'm going to try to catch one as a Deinonycus now. So it's going to take some patience. The Deinonycus does not have a lot of oxygen to work with, so you kind of got to stay really close to the banks. And it's kind of got to be like an aligning of the stars to get this right. So I'm going to see what I can do. With Concavenator and Serrato, I usually wait till 25% of my air is gone and then I get out. With Deinonycus, the only safe thing to do is wait till it's like 50 or 40%. So I do have a spot where I know that little fish will swim past right here, so I'm going to wait right here. I'm going to try to bite one of these little fish. Oh, I thought he might be swimming this way. Oh, here's something. I might. Missed. Dang it. No, I got one. It's in my mouth. I'm not going to live, but I know that you can catch the fish now. I'm going to try this again. Alright, so we're going to try again. This time we're